says that Zoom should be able to access my camera.
Yeah, you got to give them access to fucking everything.
You do? I should have like fucked with this earlier, but I figured my camera works all the time for everything else. Like,
Yeah, it was good. I needed time, dude. So it was good. You had to run some more errands because I was fucking around on here trying to remember how to go live on YouTube and shit.
yeah.
And then they give you like a couple different screens, like you can watch the YouTube version, but that's way delayed.
Yeah, because I got a YouTube gaming channel. I don't really use it very much though.
Nah. Do you just go through like Twitch?
I got a Twitch channel too. That's what I use more. But lately I've kind of been slacking on all of it because I've just been playing.
That was good. I needed time, dude. So it was good. You had to run some more errands because I was fucking around on here.
That's delayed there. You
A lot on YouTube and shit.
playing like competitive Call of Duty.
And then they give you like a couple different screens, like you can watch the YouTube version, but that's way delayed.
Yeah, because I got a YouTube gaming channel. I use it pretty much.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason it'll show like on my screen, it'll be the Zoom meeting and the YouTube live.
What the fuck, man?
Whoa, it changed though. You got like a
Yeah, I know. It's trying to use this fucking some virtual camera bullshit that fucking attached itself to something I downloaded once, and I've been having problems with it ever since. Because it was with I downloaded some it was one of those programs to stream games with, like Gamecaster or Twitch or something like that. But like it's weird because I used to do meetings like drug meetings for on Zoom, and it always worked. You know what? I got another computer. I'm just gonna do that because that would have worked. Give me 2 seconds.
all right. Well, you're just gonna join from the other computer?
Looks like your broadcast or something. I caught it. I didn't tell you there, darling. All right. Well, because I used both of these computers for my meetings, depending upon what I was doing and what it was. But, this one doesn't have any of the other one. My laptop doesn't have any of the fucking programs that fucking stream games with and shit. So it doesn't. So it just uses the camera, the computer camera instead of an external one because my computer doesn't have a camera.
Oh, okay.
I had to like use an external one.
Yeah, that gets tricky when you gotta like plug them in, then you gotta get into all the different settings and shit.
Yeah, I have 12 different USB things plugged into my computer.
12.
Possibly more. Like I bought one of those strips like to plug USB things in.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't even enough.
Well, this is for like the gaming and shit that you do.
Yeah, no, just for everything. Like it's got, for speakers and mouse and keyboard and camera and fucking, yeah, all the bullshit. All right, so I am going to. I don't know if it'll keep me on, like here, if I join the meeting from this one, but we're gonna. Oh, Anna. What? Oops. No, I know, but when you deleted everything before, you fucking erased my email, and now I gotta remember my fucking password. And you know I don't know passwords. You're signing your email on that computer now. Yeah, but my camera's not working. Well, it's not working for Zoom anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like we'd have to restart it or.
No, it should be okay. Just give me.
I just sent you to the link to the YouTube page it'll be on.
Okay. I just gotta try to log into my email real quick, which I haven't done in forever.
Oh, dude, that's the worst. I just went through all that shit. Cause we have like, there's a podcast I was a part of called What the Fuck But Why, and that's the page that I'm sending you to.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing that on. But then like I have Free the Offended, which is a different one. I got a different YouTube page for it. So I got like 4 different Gmail accounts.
Yeah, I know how that is because I got like I try to have like one for like my gaming and one for like my everything else, and then I recently changed like my gamer tag and everything, and that's been a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Because I still had like the same name I had when I was like 15, and I was like, I need to change that. I'm a little older now, a little different.
Yeah. It's just, how old are you?
I'm 37.
All right. So you're up near me, dude. I'm 40.
Yeah, I just turned 37 April 20th.
April 20th?
Yeah, so 420 is my birthday.
That's your fucking birthday, dude. That's fucking rad. I don't know if I've ever met anyone with a 420 birthday.
I've surprisingly met a lot of people. Actually, this might make it easier on this computer because it says I'm connected to Google, so that means I should be logged into Gmail. So let's hope. I think I know my password anyway. No, not that one.
I guess I could.
I'm sorry, I'm not like.
Hey, dude, no worries, man. I'm used to doing this shit. What the fuck?
And if we can't figure out my password within like a try or two, then I'll just say fuck it, use my phone, and then it'll just be your thing, and then you can do it again, and I can figure it
All right. I could even get you the audio. I don't know. Can you take audio from somewhere else and upload it to Anchor?
out. Yes.
I could get
So
you the
yeah,
audio.
if you can just give me the audio, then we can just say fuck all this, and I'll just use my phone.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Let me try one more.
We might have to do it. Yeah, I might have to close this one down though. Like, I don't know how you'll join twice.
Oh, I got it. Okay. I'll see if it will meeting in progress. Click. Downloading Zoom. I don't know. She always posts this shit. That's why she's not allowed to touch my main computer. Laptops, she like deletes and puts on different stuff.
I'm gonna go try and find some headphones real quick.
All right. Piece of shit. Huh? I've got milk and orange juice. Okay, well, there's now. Whoa. Supposed to let me join the meeting too. AirPods.
Oh, there you are.
It should be.
Yeah, it's coming through. I can kick the other one off, I think.
Yeah, I'll close out the other one. There we go. Wait. Oh wait. I think I have video on the other one too. I think they're both working now. But anywho, I'll just use this laptop.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing it through from the other one.
You're still in seat.
I see you. Yeah, I see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay, it's just like because the computers are connected through something, so I guess what's on computer is on the other computer. So.
What's up, bro?
All right. Well, I guess we're good.
All right, can you hear me through this?
Yes.
All right, now that's like super loud. All right.
All right.
So are you on your?
Yeah, I guess I'm good to go.
You're on a laptop?
Oh, wait, I can't hear you now.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, now I can.
Okay.
I can hear you from one computer and see you from another computer.
That's fun shit, isn't it?
That's fucking stupid.
Fucking technology.
Oh, that's because the volume's not up. There we go.
I'm trying to close out your other one.
I am too. I even quit Zoom and it didn't let me. Oh, there we go.
All right, cool.
And I'm still here? Yep,
Yeah,
still
you're
here.
still
Okay.
there, bro. Right on.
All right. Well, we're good to go.
All right, record on this too.
All right, so I don't know if you got like an intro or anything you do, but if you do, go for it. I don't know if you want. I'm gonna take a dab real quick. I don't know if you care if I do that? Or...
No, I don't give a shit.
Okay. I'm
Actually, I'm
not
gonna
gonna like
rip.
shoot up or anything, but you know.
Yeah, it's all good. You're staying off the needles, ain't you?
Yes, actually, I have not. I mean, I slipped up a little bit, for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Um, but that was just, yeah. I mean, it's for the most part, I've been off needles for like around 6 months or so.
That's good, dude. That's real good.
And I mean, that's like one of the hardest parts about it, you know?
Yeah, like that's what I've heard. Like once you get into the needles, that's like next level shit. I never got into them. Actually, the first time I ever did heroin, I shot it when I was like 16. But then the next time I did it, I got super sick, and then I got arrested and I got put away in juvie for like a year.
First time I shot anything was Coke, and I fucking hated it. It made me
Yeah,
feel like I was gonna die. And so that kept me away from needles for quite some time. Years actually, because I just wasn't into it. And then I started doing dope, and um, then yeah, someone asked me if I want to do a speedball, you know, heroin and coke.
yeah,
And I was like, you know, it's been 10 years, I'll give it a shot again.
yeah.
And I fucking fell in love.
Really?
Like, oh my god, like, yeah, I fell in love. And then I would only use a needle if it was for a speedball. Like, I wouldn't shoot just heroin or just anything. It always had to be coke and heroin.
Yeah,
And then that turned into a problem. Um, and then there was like this like month where I OD'd like 9 times.
damn, dude.
And like I had my friend, she said, "Well, I'm not gonna call you anymore because next time I try, you'll probably be dead." And that kind of stuck with me.
Yeah,
Um, so I kind of calmed down a little after that, and and it was weird because I had like a full time job, I had money, I had a house. Like I don't really know, I can't tell you what was going on in my head at that point. It was making me so reckless.
yeah,
You know, it just it's just one of those things.
yeah. No,
You
that's
know,
how.
like addiction can get a hold of you, and you don't even realize it's taking everything. You know, it's just fucking yeah, got you by the strings, and you're basically like a marionette. You know.
Yeah, it does. It's like something's got control over you, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and you don't even like realize it until it's like until it's gotcha.
Yeah, like really got you. It's got you by the balls. Like you can't just fucking walk away from something like that.
Yeah, and for a long time, I was like a quasi user. I wasn't like a daily user. Um, yeah, I could keep a handle on it for a long time. You know, do it, not do it, do it, not do it. Get sick for a day, whatever, fucking. But then just eventually one time, I just couldn't do it. Couldn't. I just didn't stop.
Yeah, you
And,
couldn't shake the sickness.
yeah, I just just kept. I guess it just got. I mean, maybe the older I got, the worse I get. The worse it was. I don't know. But for fucking years and years, it was fine. You know, it's just like
Yeah,
a party. You know, like a party drug or anything else to me.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. No, when I fell into opiates, it was like, I mean, I swore off heroin. I said I'd never do heroin, but then
me too.
I I got into pills in California, of course, and then when I came back to Pittsburgh, I got into the heavier pills. Like I
Yeah,
started off with like,
Pittsburgh's got quite a dope scene, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. I never really fucked with it here. I was into pills. Like I got into dope when I was in Canada. Canada was a whole different animal, dude. They don't have like bags up there. They just sell by the gram.
Yeah, and like nowadays, like like the pill scene that like once was everywhere is like gone just because of all the new regulations and everything. Like I got month and a half or so ago, someone called me up, someone I barely know, and said, "Do I want any 80s?"
Huh.
And I said, "Those things are barely in existence anymore, at least in our country, anyway."
Right, right.
I said, "They gotta be fake, they gotta just be fake." And I said, "Let me see him," and he had fucking the real deal, fucking Green Monster OC80s. And what are you doing? What is it?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Butania. Um, and I most expensive drug I've ever bought or paid for
Yeah.
um, was those because they're basically non-existent anymore. And I was
Yeah.
so disappointed. I was so ready, but then I was so disappointed. So
Really?
I've been doing fentanyl for so long that like OxyContin isn't the strongest opiate anymore to me. You
Yeah.
know, whenever OxyContin used to be, I used to like it more than heroin. Like it was like 80s were my shit. Like that's like
Yeah.
what really got me involved with like heavy opiates.
Yeah, that's what got me too. And then while I was in Canada, like I actually got off of it. I went on a methadone clinic to get off the pills down here in Pennsylvania. And then I moved up to Canada and I couldn't get into a methadone clinic up there. So I just kicked it. I kicked it on the couch. It was like,
Dude,
like,
methadone's a tough kick too.
dude, it was rough, man. I mean, I wasn't straight for at least 3 months. You know,
Yeah,
I could
because that's
tell
what
like
gets in your bones
your
and
bones.
fucking
Yeah, dude, it was fucking gnarly. And
yeah.
I could tell because of climbing the stairs. Like if I was climbing up the stairs and I was tired just climbing stairs, like I still wasn't right. And then after about 3 months, I could run up the stairs no problem. That
Yeah.
fatigue finally left. But then like I had a kid and it's cool. They give you a year paternal leave. So like my wife got to take 6 months off, and then I took 6 months off. They pay you.
Oh damn! What in Canada they do?
Yeah, that's what they do. They give you a
Man, our
year.
healthcare system sucks.
Yeah, it does. It's bullshit. But so I took that 6 months off, and I got back into the truck that I was working at, and there's a dude with 80s. And I was like, "How much are they?" He's like, "They're $15." And I was like, "Okay."
Fucking
So
A, man.
yeah, and they were cheap, man, because before I left here, they were going for $1 a milligram. Like it was
Yeah,
cheap.
like I remember in high school, I was getting them for like $5 to $10 a piece because people were stealing them from their parents or wherever.
Yep.
And then like overnight, it went from like $5 to $10 to $80.
Mm-hmm. It was
And then
quick,
I
dude. A
found,
buck a
then I
milligram.
started, and I found original Silk Road, and I fucked with Silk Road for quite a while,
Yeah.
but mainly just for me, like I was in the closet with my opiate use for so long,
Yeah.
and like no one knew. And then in 2005, um, this girl that I was dating, she had just moved into my house, and I wasn't shooting up. I mean, I was shooting like twice a day, like once in the morning, once at night.
Yeah.
And she just like came in the bathroom without knocking in the morning, and sees me shooting up, and she did the whole "it's that or me" spiel.
Yeah.
And, I I picked her actually. Um,
But you got off him?
I did for a long time. Like I wasn't. I mean, like a month later, she like cheated on me and like got pregnant with someone and became like a crackhead and some like pimp's bitch in upstate New York.
Jesus.
Um, so while it might have been not the property, I would have probably, looking back, I would have chose dope over her. She was fucking. But in the long run, I could say it worked out because I mean, I went from 2005 to 2015 without really doing opiates very much.
Yeah.
Like I would do them sometimes to party or whatever.
But I didn't have like a drug habit, except I didn't realize at the time I had a horrible Xanax problem.
Oh shit.
I mean, I took benzos every day for like 15 years,
Damn, dude.
and
That
I didn't
shit's
realize it was a problem. Like, like I didn't realize I actually had a really, really huge drug problem
yeah.
until after I didn't.
Right.
Like, 'cause I went to Kentucky a couple of years ago to kick because my buddy lives down there and he moved there to kick. And he's like, come stay with me, whatever, like, we'll detox you and blah, blah, blah. And I ended up detoxing, and um, that's when I really realized how bad my shit was
yeah,
as far as the X is concerned.
I heard a benzo kick is rough.
Yeah, like, I mean, last time I went to jail, I was like having seizures on the floor. And
Jeez.
the guards told me to put my mattress on the floor in case I fell.
Really?
Yeah, instead of actually try to help me.
Yeah, they don't.
I
That's
haven't fucking.
what's fucked.
I haven't told them I wanted to kill myself just to fucking try to get put somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they didn't give a fuck. They shut the door and fucking went on with their night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last time I got a DUI probably 3 years ago, and they put you in like what did they call it? It was like the med room or something, where you gotta
Yeah.
sit and wait until you get into a pod. And there was like 5 or 6 dudes just throwing up and pissing all over themselves because they were going through heroin withdrawals. And luckily I got in there, and I was real bad on the bottle. Like I went through some pretty alcoholic fucking phases in my life. And at that time it was pretty rough, and I knew that it was coming, but I was only in there for the night. So I was like, all right, I'll I'll just handle it. But then like it's just gnarly seeing all those people in there just going through it, and like the fucking all the guards and everything don't give a shit.
I sure don't. Well, I'm gonna say that kind of. Well, for the most part, they don't. But there's few. No, I'm not. There's those few that just don't care.
Yeah.
My fucking roommate's laughing at me because she says I'm falling asleep.
Starting
Not.
to, dude. I was feeling you falling off.
I mean, hey, will you give me a Red Bull? Fuck you.
What color?
I don't care.
So how long you been doing your podcast?
Oh, fuck. Okay, so I actually started it. I started my first podcast in Kentucky when I was down there because I was kicking.
Yeah.
And I hated the world and hated everything in it. And I
Yeah.
was kicking benzos and opiates, cold turkey, and 90 in like 100-degree heat, 90% humidity, in an unair conditioned apartment. Like it was horrible.
Yeah.
And so I wanted an outlet to bitch.
Yeah.
So I started my first podcast, and that was probably 2017. Yeah.
Okay.
Summer 2017. And then
What was that one called? Was it the same one?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
And I had lost the login information and the password and everything. So that's why I just started a new one because I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it.
Was that through Anchor too? Because the
Yeah,
first time I
yeah,
ever heard
because-
about Anchor was through you.
Because I heard about Anchor from Bill Burr's podcast,
Okay.
the comedian,
Yeah.
His is one of the first podcasts I used to listen to all the time.
Yeah, his is
And
good, man. He's good.
yeah, he's funny as shit. And but he was, he was repping them at the time. So I was like, so I checked it out, and I was like, oh, this is idiot proof. Like I can do this.
Right.
And then also me and my buddy who I was staying with before all this, we would just like get fucked up and like bullshit for hours back and forth. And I would record that shit. And I never posted it anywhere or whatever, but I was like, this is gold.
Yeah.
And, just fucking nonsense. Like my fucking podcast is actually, if you listen to a bunch of my podcasts, the girl who's here that I live with, she's in a couple episodes. She's the chick. She's the chick that I bailed out of jail on her birthday. That episode's called like Friday Night Bail Lights or some shit like that.
Okay. Was that like a year ago?
It was a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And like what I noticed listening to like older ones is like I would get fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
Like I'm like nodding out through half of them and shit. Like,
Yeah. Your voice will just start going, and like I like how you put the music with it now. It's cool.
Yeah, and there'd be like like the time between me speaking got longer and longer, and then the episode would just end.
Yeah, just go away.
Yeah, but yeah, some of those, and it also was a good tool to realize, like actually how bad I was.
Yeah, it showed
As far as like getting fucked up and whatever, because like for me, I feel a lot of functional addicts are the same. I can hold down a full-time job. I can fucking go to work, fucking, do what I got to do. If I got to do it sick, I got to do it sick.
Yeah.
But I'll do it and still maintain a fucking full-time habit.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of people can't even comprehend that.
Yeah, dude. That's how I rode. I rode like that for a long time. I mean, I rode through a family, 2 kids, and I had just as long as I had it, but like you said, I could handle it sick just a little bit, but there was always something in the pipeline, that always kept me, there's something in the pipeline that get me through just to know there'd be something at the end of the day or like, before I go to bed.
And then I didn't have a quote unquote real job until I was 32.
Yeah.
I either grew pot or sold drugs.
Yeah.
Like I went out to, I live in Colorado, but I started growing pot here. Then I went out and started working on farms out in Cali. And then I lived in Cali and I had a house here. So I was growing here. I had a farm in Lake County. I had a warehouse in Oakland. And was just doing it. And then my last farm out there was in Carmel Valley, like in the mountains outside of, which is Central Coast.
Yeah.
Just by Monterey.
Yeah.
And then I had, that season was plagued with issues. Like the person we bought the land from sold it to us illegally. So we thought we were the landowners, and really like we were squatters building greenhouses and
Jesus
such. So then we had to try to buy it again. Dude wouldn't sell it to us. And mind you, we're already like a couple hundred deep,
Yeah.
as far as infrastructure and shit. And then he said he would rent it to us at like some ridiculous rate, like $5 or $6 grand a month. And we had no choice. It's halfway through the season. We already got greenhouses up, plants going. Like, so we had to do that with, so that was a big cut. And then in the fall, after both harvests, I got robbed twice in Oakland. For once, some people kicked in my door of a hotel room. And then another time, I was brokering Like, you know, someone's like, I want to buy X amount of pounds. And, you know, 10 growers show up with, you know, X amount of pounds. And he's like, I want 5 of these, 10 of these, blah, blah, blah. Fucking some dudes came and jacked that whole situation.
Damn.
So between both the robberies and, you know, all the extra money, you know, I mean, I ended up my cut of my percentage, you know, I got, you know, 50, 60 pounds, but now I got almost 100 pounds. But, you know, a lot of that was just gone as soon as I got it.
Yeah.
And then I broke up with my girlfriend, or I had a mutual split with my girl of 11 years. And then I gave her a nice severance package, you know, because I've been taking care of her for years. And like, you know,
Yeah, a little alimony.
Yeah, you know, I told her she didn't have to work. I'd take care of it all. So when it was all said and done, you know, she's fucking 30 years old and she ain't got shit, you know. So I gave her a couple $1,000, and then I gave her a couple pounds of weed for her Jeep. And then I told her I'd pay her to drive some weed to Chicago for me because that's where she was going.
Yeah.
And then she stole the weed that she was supposed to deliver in Chicago.
Fuck.
Says someone got pulled over or some shit with it, but I know that was bullshit.
Yeah.
So, you know, she got set up nice. And, you know, I obviously wish the best for her, but wish she would have gone about it a little bit differently.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
So I'm coming back to Colorado for Christmas to see my mom. And then I got hit by a semi truck in Wyoming.
What?
On I-80, yeah, during an ice storm. And he rear-ended me.
Oh,
And
fuck. What were you in?
I was in the Jeep. I traded her the pounds for a Jeep Liberty.
Okay.
And I'll say, even after getting hit by a semi truck, I still drove it. I drove it on Christmas Eve. I drove it from like Casper, Wyoming, to Denver.
Holy
And then when I got to my mom's house in Denver, I took an Uber to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 dogs with me. The Jeep had no back windows, no back windshield, no rear lights.
In the winter.
It was fucking dead of winter. It was so cold.
Dude, that's
like
fucking gnarly.
Like fucking half the electrical system was gone. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I asked the cop when I was driving off. I was like, "Is this legal?" He's like, if you can get it going,
Yeah.
you know." And I made it. You know, it was
You and the
cold.
dogs just kept rolling.
I fucking wrapped the dogs in blankets and fucking said it's gonna be a little breezy for the next 1,000 miles, but 500 miles or whatever. But yeah, we fucking made it. So then I'm out here, and then I kind of got stuck here. You know, like I didn't have a bunch of money. You know, I had a couple $1,000 or whatever, but
Yeah.
like, and then I met up with one of my friends who I used to live with when I went to college. And he's like, well, we got an extra room in our house. So I moved into his house to kind of wait for my insurance money and fucking blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So then I started doing security for like concerts and shit like that, just to like buy my time and pay rent.
Yeah.
Then I got fucked by the insurance company and the trucking company. Somehow I was at fault when he hit me from behind.
Yeah.
So I got basically no settlement. I pretty much lost money getting hit. They didn't even pay all my medical bills. They didn't pay off my car.
Damn, dude.
I got like $5,000. I got like 4 or 5 grand.
Yeah.
It was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So I still had a little bit of money from Cali coming in from like the hash that we had made. So I'd gotten like a payment for that. But for the most part, you know, I was 32 years old, fucking starting completely over.
Yeah.
It never really worked. You know, like, you know, I worked at Wendy's and shit when I was in high school.
Right.
And I worked at the store a little bit after that, but for the most part, I had no workforce experience.
Right.
And
Just hustling.
so luckily, I knew some people, so they got me in the security world. And I really actually really excelled at that, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
That's cool.
And then I worked. Then I stopped doing event security, and then I just did like overnight security at the Denver Convention Center, like where all the car shows and Comic Con and all that shit is.
Right.
Just watching it at night, and then there was an issue, and then with me and one of my bosses. So then I stopped working for them, but still could have gone to any security company in Denver. Still had my guard card. Like I was getting ready to be like, I wasn't on paper, so I could have gone and got my gun license to fucking, get paid a little extra to be an armed guard because I got all my felonies expunged. And
damn, dude, that's not cheap either.
No, and then my old lady died.
Yeah, dude, I was listening for that. I was there for that.
July 5th of 2019. And I went off the fucking deep end.
Yeah,
so
dude,
I wasn't trying to work again or fucking anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you got dark, huh?
Got real dark for a long time.
That's why it was wild listening to it. Like, cause I was listening to when that happened, like, oh, like she was there, like listening to you and her just banging it out and having fun. And then, like, I don't think you did one for a while. And then, like, it was almost surreal, dude. Like, I was trying to figure out, like, if this podcast was real. You know what I mean?
I could see that from the outside looking in, like how someone could think that,
It was
because
fucking wild.
Everything was too good to be true, and then it just wasn't.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry for your loss on that too, bro.
Yeah, and it's been a fucking road, just getting my life back and figuring it back out,
Yeah. How you doing now?
Because it's okay to grieve. It's okay to grieve and not get over things. It really is.
Right.
But you have to make room for life.
Right.
You have to make room for the now.
Yeah. Life is for the living.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude.
She
wants you to move on.
Yeah, and it took me a long time to get there.
Yeah.
And obviously, I still have bad days. But it's what it is.
Yeah, for sure. You in a steady house now?
Yeah, me and her got this apartment a couple months ago, and yeah, I'm in a decent headspace, and she's all right. She's got her issues, but she just started methadone, and she's trying to do her thing, and obviously I'm not clean right now.
Yeah.
I'll go through my bouts. I'll be clean for a little while, then I won't be.
Yeah.
But where I'm at right now, I'm actually like doing a lot better than I was.
That's cool.
With my habit, with my mental health, like everything. Like in the last house I was living at, it was I hated it. The people I was living with were it just was not a good situation for me. Like it was just such a toxic situation for me that I swear to God, every day I went home, I got worse and worse.
Really?
And so like shit started getting bad again, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then she was living in her car, and it was cold out and whatever, and she's like, can I come stay with you? And she meant for like a night or two, but then she just never left. And I'm probably not the easiest person to live with. But and she's got a dude, but he's like one of the biggest pieces of shit, worthless motherfucker I've ever met in my life.
That's rough.
And he's inside right now.
Oh, okay.
Waiting on a space at a halfway house or some shit.
Really?
So hopefully, like she's problem is she knows he's a worthless piece of shit, and she's not in the room anymore either. I'll say this in front of her though, but she knows that he's not a worthless, or that he is a worthless piece of shit. But like, you know, they had a life together at one point, and they had kids together, but they got their kids taken away, and you know, she has this whole romanticization that it could happen again.
Yeah.
You know, whenever. So she's kind of like, she's got definitely some issues to work through, like all of us. You know, and I think one of the hardest things for her is if she lets him go all the way, then she's letting the kids go all the way.
What do you mean?
Know, and they've already been adopted by another family, and
okay.
Like I actually, when I got her out of when I bailed her out, I barely knew her at that point, but I was trying to help her get her kids back with my friend who's a social worker, and the only thing she only had to do was go to sober living without him, because sober living won't put you together with your partner unless you're married.
Okay.
And they weren't married, and she was not willing to do that. So, that's how that went. And you know, I try not to give her shit for it. Like, I give her shit about enough. You know, like I try to like steer clear of that area. You know.
Yeah.
But I also, a lot of people don't like me because I'm too blunt and too honest. I don't care if it's gonna hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't want to hear it. If it's the truth, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
You know, and some people can't handle that, you know. And I'm also a cynical, jaded motherfucker. You know, like, I've been through a lot of bad shit, and like, how I'm the one person out of everyone else that's dead is still alive, I'll never know.
Yeah, a lot of them have fallen, huh?
Pretty much everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
I have very few friends that I've known that I've known for a long time. That, like, my last two friends that died, both had over a decade clean.
Really? And they
died
went
on
back.
Died on the relapse.
Yeah, dude. How many times does that happen? That's probably like 90% of them, huh?
I mean, that's why Kennedy died.
Yeah.
She'd been clean for like a month, 3 weeks or a month.
Yeah, that's gnarly, dude. That's how my best friend died.
Yeah, you know.
He was 20. Yeah. I think he was 26.
Yeah, my friend Bill, who just died about a month ago, that one hit me really hard because he'd been clean for a really long time, and like 11, 12 years, and he had like done prison time for me, like got caught with a half key in Molly, leaving my house, fucking took it, and fucking was clean through all of it, and prison was actually really good for him. Because prison can do one of two things to you. It can make you stronger, or it can kill you.
Yeah.
You know, inside and out, you know, like, because you can find anything you want in prison. Like, and I mean that metaphorically and physically, you know.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to do drugs, you can do drugs. If you want to fucking elevate
God.
your mind a little bit, you can, you know.
Yeah, you can find God in jail, dude.
And not, you know, that's a whole nother discussion. Because sure, you can find God. And a lot of people find God in prison, jail, whatever. As soon as they get out, they're not religious anymore. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
They fucking do it because they fucking...
It helps them get through.
They're feeling so lost and hopeless.
Yeah.
That they just need something.
Yeah, they need something.
You
You're
know?
right.
And I'm not knocking it. If that's what you need to get you through the day, then fucking do it. You know, I think a lot of religion in prison and jail is fake as fuck.
Yeah.
And I only say that because I've witnessed it.
Yeah.
I've seen my friends fucking get really godly in jail and, you know, become a preacher in jail and then be out and fucking within a couple weeks be back to their old shit.
Yeah, dude. Strip clubs and fucking cocaine.
Yeah, I think it's just that, you know, because jail sucks, man. Prison sucks. But like, It's lonely. It's fucking cold, mental, like physically and fucking emotionally. Like
Yeah.
you don't got people you can talk to. Like especially out on the yard. Fucking like if you're not a fucking pit bull, fucking some other pit bull is gonna come fucking knock your ass down like a chihuahua.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
Did you ever do state time?
Yeah, I did some time in California, in
Did
Santa
you?
Rita,
Oh, damn, dude.
and because I was nonviolent and I got a decent deal, I didn't have to go to Quentin, but I would have gone to Quentin if I got more time. But I got a year, and I ended up doing 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
Because I mean, at that time, for nonviolent offenders, you automatically got half time and
Yeah.
then good time on top of that.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't get sent up to Quentin, because I was short timer,
Right. Right.
and like I hate to say it, it wasn't the worst experience I've ever had. Like, yeah, it sucked, but like I thought it was gonna be way worse and way scarier.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say I learned a bunch of lessons because I didn't. The way our prison system is set up, it's not set up to fucking rehabilitate.
Not
It's
at
set up
all.
to reoffend.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. The
know, I mean,
revisitism, bro.
recidivism. Yeah,
Revisitism.
recidivism,
Recidivism.
whatever it is. Yeah, yeah.
Recidivism.
Yes. I mean,
That's what
what's
it
the rate?
is.
Like fucking like
That's
80% or some shit
Yeah,
like
dude.
that.
It's crazy, dude. It's the same thing with rehabs too. Like
Yeah,
they fucking
rehab's like 93% fucking relapse rate.
recidivism. Yeah, I
Like
mean, like you go into a rehab, you pay, or your insurance pays thousands of dollars to put you through like a 2 week program, and then they just tell you to go to a basement, fucking talk anonymously about your feelings.
yeah.
It's just bullshit, dude. It's set up perfectly.
Ibogaine has a 90% success rate the other way.
Yeah, right, right. And they,
10% of people relapse.
yeah, they don't even fuck with that up here, man. That's crazy. They're starting to open some
I
shit
mean,
though.
it's illegal still in the States, and
Hmm.
fucking a lot of people don't know about it.
Right, right. But everyone
Because
like I've heard it's going on in Mexico, right? Have you ever heard?
yeah. I actually some friends of mine own a clinic down there, and
Really?
they told me that I could come down anytime,
No shit. You thought about it?
and they got me. I tried to get a grant to another one,
Yeah.
and some of my early episodes I actually talked about that shit. Because I
Possibly
started
going
talking
down there.
to. Well, I've always had legal problems, so
Yeah.
leaving the country has always been an issue for me.
Oh, is that what you were going to Mexico for? But then that was like right when COVID hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
You were going down
yeah,
there for Abigail?
yeah.
Hmm. Fuck, dude. So you weren't able to do it.
No, and my mom was living in Bolivia at the time too. They're not Bolivia. Where the fuck? Where the fuck was she? Fucking brain fart. But anyway, so I was gonna go to fucking the clinic in Mexico, and
Yeah.
then from there I was gonna go see my mom, and whatever country she was in. It's the one.
Like
It's the
Boca
one that's
Raton.
got the fucking big blue hole on it on the coast. Um,
Panama?
that's right next to Panama. Hold on. The big blue
Costa
hole is like
Rica.
this. Um, the big
Costa
blue
Rica's
hole
right
is.
next to it. Colombia. Just south.
Hold on, I got this.
You gotta Google
This
that
is
shit.
what Google's for.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the big blue hole is this like weird place in the ocean that like it's like super deep. You can see it from space. It's just like this giant blue hole.
I never
And
even heard of that.
Belize.
Belize.
Yeah. So I was gonna go to the clinic in Mexico, and then I was gonna go stay with my mom for like 3 weeks or whatever, and just as a good decompression on the beach and whatever.
Right,
But
right.
then,
Yeah, dude, you could have integrated your Ibogaine trip. You've been able to fucking process that shit, huh?
yeah, because part of it is, you go down there, you deal with all your shit. And fucking, it's basically what Ibogaine is like it's a
Kind of
lot
like
different
it's
from Iowa. It's a lot different from ayahuasca and such in the fact that people go into it thinking it's going to be a positive experience.
yeah, right,
It's not. It's not meant to be. It's not going to be. What
right,
Ibogaine is going to do, it's going to find whatever negative bullshit you have inside of you. It's going to pull it out and make you deal with it.
yeah,
Like whether that be childhood trauma or whatever,
right,
something you've repressed and forgotten about, it's going to make it come out
yeah,
and make you deal with it. And then after that, um, then it goes through like there's then like basically what it does scientifically is it resets your brain receptors.
yeah.
So it resets your brain to before you've ever done drugs.
That's
So
crazy.
therefore, like when you're done with it, you don't even know what heroin feels like, let alone want to do it.
Right, right.
Like my friend who just died, he had done Ibogaine years and years and years ago, and he had relapsed after it, but he never had a habit again after it. And that's
Really?
the case with everyone I know that's ever relapsed after Ibogaine. It's always been like a one or two day offshoot. It was
Yeah,
never like a full blown like get back into the habit. It was just like get high once or twice and then we're done.
yeah. And then they never touched
You
it
know?
again.
Yeah. Versus you got someone going to fucking Hazleton or fucking one of these other fucking $1 million rehabs in South
Yeah.
Florida or Southern California or
Yeah, and
wherever.
then and they put you on methadone or Suboxone, and you're fucking. Then you got that habit for life.
Yeah, I know. So
Yeah,
I know. Kid had been on. He's not on it anymore, but he was on methadone for like 15 years.
yeah.
And that was before they were doing take homes and shit. Like he had to go to the clinic
Every
every
day.
day.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
That's
and
some bullshit.
I did it for a while, and I did pretty well on it.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You
then
become quite functional pretty quickly on that shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it becomes just part of your routine. And I was getting like 4 take homes at a time.
yeah,
And then I didn't need my dose. I didn't take my dose every day.
yeah. Because you
And
don't need it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'd gone to the clinic, and there was still a dose in one of my bottles.
Oh,
So they took take homes away from me because of that. And I was
because you
on my way
because
to
you
work.
didn't take a dose. That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
and I was on my way to the mountains
Yeah.
to work for like a week. And
They took your takeaways.
yeah, and I was like, so basically, you're taking it away from me because I was gone for more than 3 days. So therefore, I had to restart, and then after 7 days, you just have to start all over from scratch.
Right,
Like
right.
start at a low dose and work your way back up. And
Oh, is that what they did to you?
so, I mean, I told my therapist there, I was like, "You're the reason that fucking you're the cause of my relapse. Like, I'll be
Yeah,
fucking happy, you piece of shit."
yeah. That's
Like,
fucked up.
because and I've seen someone do the same thing that I did, them just dump it out and go on with their day.
Yeah,
But instead, because my missed dose became a huge deal, and that was my last methadone
that
experience.
was it. You were done, huh?
Yeah, and I wanted to go back, but like where I was, I couldn't drive 2 hours in the morning just to go take it, and then drive back in the afternoon to go in the morning just to go work all day.
Yeah,
Like I didn't have time. My van wouldn't have made it. Like, it just wasn't a feasible thing. It wasn't that I didn't want to do it. It was that it just wasn't feasible.
yeah, yeah. There's methadone clinic. Like the one that I went to down here, it was the cops would sit outside and fucking. They just wait for hot cars to go by. Like if your shit wasn't registered, they'd search your license plate. If you didn't have insurance, they'd pull you over.
Well, in some places, methadone clinics are kind of like a meeting place.
Yeah.
You know, to like go cut, because a lot of them, especially in big cities and shit, you know, people are copping right outside.
Yeah, right there.
You
That's
know,
what it was.
they got dealers. You know, people are fucking posted up outside slanging because they know one of them people is gonna say, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
And
crazy, dude.
yeah, like with the clinic I went to, it wasn't like that at all. Mainly because it was just so out in the cut. You know,
Right.
it was in some like office park. It was really unassuming.
Yeah, that's the one
And
I went to. It was like, but like, there's nothing else going on out here, so the cops would just sit there and wait. You know, and
yeah,
then
small town cops like that shit.
yeah, it's some bullshit, dude. They have nothing better to do, dude. They got these nice fancy cars because there's so much money. They got like cameras all over them and all the
You know
gear
that
that they look
new
like.
school cop cars have fucking um, uh, cameras in their license plates that read every license plate that they drive by, and
Yeah,
it fucking pops up if a car comes back hot or fucking someone's got warrants or whatever.
yeah,
And
dude.
I only know this because I know we have it in Colorado because there's some Netflix show I was watching about some rapist that was serial rapist that was running around Colorado, and how the Golden Police Department and the Westminster Police Department got together to catch him, and he basically got caught on accident. But they had used and talked about those plate readers in it. It was all a true story and shit. So like that's how I learned about him. Because one of the cops is like, well, you can thank Governor, whatever the fuck his name was at the time, for
Yeah,
spending X amount of, you know, millions of dollars outfitting our cop cars with these cameras.
yeah, dude. That shit's crazy. I always wondered if they could like put like a lock on you. You know how we have like GPS systems in our cars where you can see where we're going. I wonder if they have one where they can put a lock on you. You know, if they think you're shady and they can fucking watch you go through the
They
streets.
just they just pin your phone.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yep.
They'll ping it.
Yep.
So they can lock on you.
Yep.
Man, fucking pigs, dude.
So if you're ever trying to murder someone or do anything shady, don't take your phone with you.
Yeah, no, yeah, always leave your phone, dude. That's what I told my wife.
And
I was,
I learned that one because I have this weird obsession with true crime and like true crime documentaries, podcast, whatever.
yeah,
And
I was into those for a
half the
long time.
time, the people get caught because their fucking phone was pinged fucking, you know, like near the murder scene, near the drop scene, near the fucking whatever.
Right,
And,
right.
you know, that's enough to convict you at this point, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That shit's crazy,
It's
dude.
crazy where technology is, you know, and I used to be fucking super anti-technology, like super fucking paranoid, super just fucking. I wouldn't even let people take pictures of me.
Yeah,
And this is before camera phones. Like this is like fish tour days when we had
yeah,
disposable cameras and shit.
yeah,
And
yeah.
but like, and then now, I mean, nowadays I'm just as technologically addicted as the next. You know,
Yeah.
I stream myself playing video games for Christ's sake. You know,
How's that
like
going, dude? You having fun doing that shit?
um, yeah, you know, I'm kind of taking kind of a break as far. I mean, not intentionally. I need to get my computer is not. I don't in the video card I have. It's not fast enough for me to stream at a good enough rate and play some games.
Yeah.
So I only do it with certain games.
Okay.
Because um, I've been playing competitive Call of Duty. So like
Okay.
I play tournaments. I'm in a couple of leagues, trying to make some money doing that.
That's cool.
And but until I upgrade my video card, which I'm trying to do sooner than later, um, I'm kind of on a mild standstill.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm still doing it a little bit. You know, I'm just not playing the games right now that and that people want to watch. And when I am, I can't stream it and play it at the same rate, at the rate I need to.
Because your
You know,
video
people,
card.
because I was trying to, and people would be like, your stream's laggy or there's glitches. And, you know, like, I'm not trying, if I'm trying to, no one wants to watch a fucking glitchy, laggy screen, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That's wild. My son's all into that. He plays Call of Duty like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't even played it in fucking 10 years until a couple months ago. Because I like quit gaming for since I was like when I was in college, real into gambling and everything. I was playing competitive Madden,
Really?
and I mean I was like one of the top 500 players in the world, um, and I was making a little bit of money doing that, and but then I just kind of stopped gaming once I would say I focused on money. You know, I was fucking working in multiple gardens and fucking, you know, I was
Yeah.
just too busy for video games. Had
Yeah.
I known that if I would have kept gaming at the rate I was, I could be making a couple hundred grand. I could be making 50, 60 grand a month.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
You
It's
know,
it's
so
crazy seeing some of the shit that my son watches. My son's 11, and he
yeah, I
watches some of the
mean,
things. Dude, they got like 3.5 million subscribers and shit.
yeah, I mean the new Call of Duty hit with Warzone and everything hit over 100 million players.
Really?
You know, so to be good enough to be like even competitive, you got to be better than fucking 99 million people.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
You
you're
know,
still in a million people.
yeah, and I mean, um, and like I play against some of those elite guys sometimes, and um, I still get worked.
Yeah.
But the way I look at it is, I've been playing Black Ops for 2 months,
Yeah.
and I'm better than in a higher rank than my friends who play it every day for the last couple of years.
All right.
You know, so um, and I'm not saying I'm gonna go pro. If I do, sweet. You know, if it works, it works. I'm not spending all my energy on it, but it's something on the back burners that like, you know,
You can
why
play
not?
with, dude. Yeah, dude. What do you use? You use the mouse?
No,
Use
I tried.
controller?
I can't. Yeah, I just use a regular Xbox controller.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
suck at them, dude. There's shooting games I just ain't no fucking good at.
like,
It's like
yeah,
because
I
whenever all my friends and shit were into video games, that's whenever I was locked up in juvie. Like I ended up, I think I was 14 when I went to my first rehab, and then in 4 years I went to 9 rehabs. So like when all my friends were in high school learning trigonometry and shit, that had me learning the 12 steps. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you know,
So I just never got into video games. It was just something that I
someone
didn't
I did
really
spend
do.
a little bit of time with. I was cellies with him for a little bit. He got convicted of attempted murder and like high speed chase and all this other shit when he was like 17. Got out in his mid 20s. Went back like 2 months later.
Yeah,
You know, when I met him, he was, you know, early 40s, trying to
yeah,
get parole. And he's like, he never had a family, you know, really growing up or anything. He's like, I didn't stand a fucking chance.
yeah,
He's like, the way he put it to me, he said, well, other people were like learning about the facts of life through their mom and dad and whatever. I was learning from the facts of life from rapists and murderers.
yeah, dude.
I
See,
grew up
that's
in the
fucking
system.
yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful system we have, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, and
It's
like
fucked up.
he was a really intelligent guy, you know, so really well spoken, you know, but when you're in the system, you're not. It doesn't matter who you are. You are your jacket.
Yeah,
You know, so like you are what you've done. Unfortunately,
yeah, dude. It's
you
rough.
know, like he was trying to get paroled, and like you know they're bringing up shit that he did 10, 15 years ago. You know,
Yeah,
like as far as reasons why he shouldn't. You know, and it's just sad to see that happen. You know, to people, especially people like that. People never stood a chance.
right.
You know, they didn't have good childhoods. They fucking did what they did, and fucking everyone makes mistakes when they're dumb, when they're young and dumb. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, fuck. Had I got in trouble for 90% of the shit I did, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
yeah,
You know, like
I just happen to be a little bit smarter and a little bit faster than a lot of cops, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But and a little bit lucky, you know? Like luck goes a long way.
Yeah, you got to be lucky. That's one thing about drug addicts, dude. That people don't understand. It's like really a
A heroin
gambler's
addict
heart.
is a heroin addict is the hardest working person there is.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, they got to come up with that $40 to get high when they wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one looks at it like that. Like it's a fucking full time job being a fucking dope fiend.
Yeah, it
Like,
is, dude.
and
They're
I've never
fucking
stolen.
hustling.
I've never really. I've never stolen. I've never like, you know, maybe a little bit, you know, but like I've
Yeah.
never stolen from my family. I've never. Um, that was just never my gig, you know.
Yeah, right. It's like a moral junkie.
Yeah, you know, like
Yeah,
everyone's got
money
to have a
junkies with
code.
morals.
Yeah, everyone's got to have a code, man.
Yeah, for sure,
You
dude.
know,
I didn't steal either. Like I just didn't. I
I
just worked.
hustled or didn't have it.
Yeah, I'd work,
You
dude.
know?
I'd have side jobs. Like I'd work my
Yeah.
regular job and then I go, do more shit fucking elsewhere. But I was a window cleaner, so I had access to people's fucking medicine cabinets. That was my benefit of being that was my job's benefits. Like I could see
Yeah.
those medicine cabinets were the gold mines.
Oh no! In high school, I was the kid that taught everyone what to look for in their parents' medicine cabinets,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Bring these to me, and I'll pay you for them."
Yeah.
I got half the school bringing me morphines, Dilaudid, Vicodins, just whatever,
Yeah,
and
all that shit.
fucking, and then unfortunately, a lot of them started getting high, and unfortunately, um, out of the old out of the kids I used to skateboard with and shit like that when I was 15, 16, 17, there's like three of us still alive.
Yeah.
Like
That's
literally
crazy, dude.
all of them are gone.
That's a lot of people to die from the war on drugs.
Dude, it's taking out an entire generation.
Yeah, it is, dude.
And it ain't stopping there. It's gonna keep going. It's getting worse.
Yeah, the fentanyls. Like I
People aren't even doing heroin anymore. It's
yeah,
all fentanyl.
I got out of it before the fentanyl hit. Like I don't think
And like, cause I've been on and off with opiates just for
have you tried to kick fentanyl yet?
um yeah.
What's that like? Is it just the same? Or is it heavier?
Well, like with a lot of it that's going around right now is it's all like pressed like fake blues, fake Roxy's.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So, um, a lot of it isn't even real fentanyl. It's analogs, and different research chemicals that still aren't even illegal 90% of the time.
Right, right.
So, um,
Can you tell the
sometimes,
difference?
sometimes,
Yeah.
but as far as the kick is concerned, like some of them, there's not really much of one.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones, it's worse. And
Can you
it's
tell like is like the texture of the buzz different? You know what I mean?
see the thing with fentanyl is like with heroin, with pills, there's a euphoria.
Yeah.
Fentanyl doesn't have that in my mind. Like some people argue, but fentanyl, you're doing it, um, you're wanting to do it, or you're asleep.
Really?
Like at least and I've done lots of raw fentanyl, and there's no fucking euphoria state. Like you're awake and then you wake up.
Really? It just kind of peps
Like,
you up.
like no, like you're awake and then like you fall asleep. You don't even realize you fell out, and then you just like wake up.
Oh, okay. You just do it and
Like
you'll wake up.
yeah, like you're doing it, and I mean that's kind of when I said that yesterday was kind of a rough day for me.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah.
what happened, and I didn't mean for that to happen. I woke up and fucking there's blood everywhere, and fucking
Jesus.
I had cut my foot somehow, so something was bleeding in my foot. But
Yeah.
like the whole desk area was a mess, and God knows what happened.
Yeah.
And then and then I woke up and like went right back, like made some food, and then like went right back down, like, and that's not a normal thing for me. Like I'm not the guy that's fucking nodded out all day.
Right.
you know. So like for me to be unfunctional like that,
Wait,
um,
are you just snorting it?
I smoke it.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no, the raw with that stuff, I'll sniff it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't do that very much. Like, I mean, I've had the same bag of it for the last month.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't, because I know that.
I mean, would you rather get heroin? Like, what the hell's that?
Um,
That doesn't sound like, because the reason I used opiates was because it gave me energy and I felt like a king. I could
See,
work for
like
fucking
like
15 hours a
pills and
day.
stuff, like oxys and
Yeah.
shit like that. That gave me hella energy. Um, if I do heroin, then I'm gonna shoot it. You
Yeah.
know, and basically where I'm at with it all right now is, I'm just maintaining.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not doing it to get high. I'm not. I'm just maintaining because I'm just not trying to deal with fucking kicking it right now.
Yeah.
You know, like because I don't have a week. I don't have a week or two of life to not work or not do anything and just fucking lay in bed and fucking shit myself and fucking jerk off and feel like shit.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Like I just don't. I just,
Yeah. Touch your
you
wiener
know,
to
like,
try and feel better.
yeah, it's just
If you looked, you
I'm
should
in
head,
this.
you should head
I'm
down
in
to
this.
Ibogaine, dude. Take your anchor with you, bro. That'd be a hell of a fucking
Yeah, no,
season.
I gotta fucking I got some legal issues I need to work out,
Yeah.
and I might have to go back. I'll probably have to go back to jail for a little bit.
Hmm.
Probably not too long, but I was doing good too. I was passing drug tests. I was fucking doing all my meetings, and um,
Doing good, huh? That's-
yeah, and then
doing what they tell you to do. That's doing good.
I didn't. I don't even have a reason for why I fell off. I didn't start doing anything different. Like it was my probation officer being a dick.
Oh, really?
And I hate to use that as an excuse, but like, you know, I'm fucking nearly 40 years old, and I don't want some 25-year-old fucking punk ass motherfucker trying to tell me how to live my life. Like, he's not gonna change me. He's not gonna fix me,
Yeah, dude, I feel that.
but he thinks he can. He's still got that hope in his fucking glimmer in his eyes that hasn't been broken yet.
Yeah,
That he can fucking fix all his fucking probationees. And that honestly just, like, once you're our age, man, like, and sure, people can change, and it happens every day. But with where I'm at right now, I don't have a recovery in me right now.
yeah,
You know, and I don't have it mentally, and I know that,
yeah,
you know, and that's the difference between a lot of people is a lot of people that aren't even ready will fool themselves and say they are, and they'll go spend $100,000 in rehab, fucking this, that, other, relapse. You know what? Like, I'm not fooling nobody. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing, and maybe it'll change.
yeah,
And hopefully it does. But with where I'm at right now, like, and I hate to say it, like, even in the 10 years where I didn't have a habit, I still was nowhere near sober. I was drinking. I was eating Xanax every day. I was eating hella psychedelics. I was doing coke, smoking crack. Like, I've
yeah,
never been sober.
right.
My whole life, I've never really been sober. And, honestly, to even try to think about that and fathom that's terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure, I've done it in jail,
yeah. But that's a whole
but like,
different animal, dude. That's a whole
yeah, I
different
mean,
thing.
like, you got no choice,
Yeah,
and I'm perfectly content with my choices and my life. My life. Maybe it's not exactly what I would have pictured and wanted,
right.
but I'm a good person. I don't harm nobody. I don't do, like, I'm not out there doing bad things. Like, you know, I'm just trying to fucking
Survive, huh?
exactly, man. And like, that's a struggle in itself, you know. And so I'm doing what I know how to do to cope. And
Yeah, dude. It's like it hit me recently that it's almost like it's an attempt at self-love. Like it's an attempt to try and love yourself, you know. It's basically just keeping your head above water, you know.
you know, I've been saying for 10 years that I would have killed myself years ago if it wasn't for the fact that everyone else loves me. I
Yeah,
may not like myself, but my mom does, my friends do, my family, you know, like I don't want to put them through that,
yeah, right.
you know. And maybe that's a cop out, but like at the same time, I mean that's about as real a statement as you're gonna get,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, because I've been through that. I know what that pain feels like. I don't want to put anybody through that.
Yeah,
And I'm smart enough at this point, for the most part. I like to think that if I OD and die, it's probably gonna be on purpose. You know, at this point, it's you know like my tolerance and everything the way that it is. It's not just gonna happen.
yeah,
You know, like it's gonna take some effort.
yeah.
So, you know, and you can look at people, you know, old timers, and you can talk to fucking 80-year-old heroin addicts. You know, you can't talk to an 80-year-old tweaker.
Nah,
You know, 80-year-old crackhead who's been fucking doing it their whole lives because they can't survive that long doing it like that.
right.
But with an opiate addict, if you regulate, if you maintain, if you're smart, it doesn't do much damage on your body.
No, it doesn't.
It,
It's
you know, I mean, fuck, the doctors will give you, I mean, used to would give you the same prescription for 30 years,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. People
So, I
would
mean,
function just fine.
exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
it's when they like they got it like the pharmaceutical companies got all these people hooked on it, and then they find out like, oh, you're a little bit addicted, so then they take it away from you, which is the worst thing you could do.
well, Purdue
Then they
Pharma
end
changed,
up,
Purdue Pharma changed the game forever.
mm-hmm.
Like they changed it with OxyContin, but they also changed it they pretty much bought off the FDA to change the wording of it. And according to Purdue Pharma and the FDA back in the late 90s, you could not get addicted. You were not a drug addict if you needed it every day. Or you weren't a drug addict if you did it every day if you needed it.
Right.
Drug addicts were people out there on the street copping it,
Yeah,
you
right.
know, like, and they did that to sell drugs. And
Yeah, they marketed it as non-addictive,
they marketed it as non-addictive.
which is fucking crazy because it was the
And what
same
did it
product.
do? It,
This,
it, it fucking raised the overdose rate quadruple within a year.
yeah, dude, it's
You know,
crazy.
like there's a great there's a great documentary on Netflix called The Pharmacist,
I haven't seen that one.
and it's about this guy who he lost his son in a crack deal. His son got shot in this crack deal going wrong outside of New Orleans, and his dad was a pharmacist, but in trying to figure out who killed his son, because the police kind of just swept it under the rug,
Yeah,
he started realizing that these clinics were popping up, these quote unquote pain clinics were popping up, and they were all getting prescribed Oxycontin, Xanax, and Zomas.
yeah,
And then the overdose rates raised tenfold.
yeah,
And he went to the DEA with it multiple times. He thought the DEA was writing him off, but really they were building their own cases.
yeah.
They couldn't tell him this, you know. And then he was one of the first people to actually go to Purdue and say, "You people are fucking up. You people are fucking ruining people."
Yeah,
Like, and that's kind of when it started. And I mean, you'd think that even after all the fines and all the court cases and everything, that OxyContin use would be down. I beg you to look at the stats because OxyContin usage is it as of like a year or two ago, it was at like an all-time high.
Really?
It's harder to get,
Yeah,
but there's plenty of doctors out there still scripting it.
they're still scripting it. That's crazy.
And plus, there's every other country in the world still scripting it.
Well, they made them illegal in Canada. They stopped making them in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. And I mean,
Yeah,
you go to Switzerland, you can fucking get on a government heroin program.
I know. That's what they need
And they'll
here.
fucking shoot you up twice a day.
Yeah,
And you know when their last overdose was? Like 10 years ago.
yeah, I know, dude. That's what they
Like
need
they don't
here.
have overdoses. Their crime rate
Yeah,
is low. The only
yeah.
problem they've been having is they've been having an increase in homelessness because people from the neighboring countries are coming over
To get into their
just to get on
heroin programs. Yeah, yeah,
Portugal has full decriminalization,
yeah.
and they don't
Like
have many problems. I
everything's
mean,
gone down. Like depression's gone down. Fucking
yeah,
all of it, dude. No
it's fucking
overdoses.
it's the
Crime
saying you
rate's
can't.
down.
It's the saying you can't do it that makes people want to do it so much.
Yeah, yeah. It's the
You know, tell me I
rebellious
can't
thing.
do it. Tell me I can't do it. I'm gonna want to do it. It's like the red button.
Yeah,
You know,
don't
don't
push the
push the
red
red
button.
button. Don't push the
Right.
red button.
Yeah.
I want to push the red button. What's it do? You know,
Yeah. That and shady
like
dealers like making fucking I mean, that's the reason fentanyl exists is because of the illegalities of it. You know,
yeah,
it's the iron law of prohibition, dude. Like that's
yeah.
what happened when they made alcohol prohibited or
And
yeah,
nowadays,
it
there's
went
been
from
like
like the country's like favorite drink was beer back in the day whenever they made
yeah.
alcohol. And then they took alcohol away and then it was like Everclear and vodka and shit because it's a stronger substance and it's easier to carry.
Well, and Ronald Reagan t- actually declared war on
Mm-hmm.
drugs. Like made an
Yeah.
actual declaration of war on drugs.
Yeah, that's
And
a
ever
fucking that's
since
a war
then,
on its own people.
yeah, they can't be won.
Yeah.
It's not a war because wars can be won.
Yeah, right, dude.
You
It's a
know, like
complete
there's no
failure.
winning.
It's a complete failure.
And I mean, the higher ups have been calling it a failure for fucking decades, for at least for at least 10, 20 years.
Yeah, it's
But
amazing that it's still
they
happening.
have to, you know, because of where we're at, they have to enforce. You know,
Well, they're
they
making
have to
money off it. They make money off of the people going
exactly.
in
The
jail. They make
government's making money off it. The pharmaceutical companies are making money off it. The lobbyists are making money off it.
yeah,
Everyone in between is making money off it.
and all the
It's
industries like
it,
the DEA, the like everybody, like all the
all the
cops that
initials,
fight it.
yeah,
Like
man. I
yeah,
mean,
it's fucking crazy.
and within the last couple of years, they've been giving life to, and they kind of did this with some heroin dealers, but not really. But like, if they can link your fentanyl to an overdose, you're getting life.
Really?
Yep. The Department of Justice has handed down like 7 or 8 life sentences in the last couple of years to fentanyl dealers just because they can link said batch of fentanyl to an overdose.
Dude, that's fucking gnarly.
But in Nevada, they fucking last year they did the first execution with fentanyl.
Really?
State execution, state sanctioned execution. You know, dude got the fucking needle and they fucking gave him fentanyl.
And they use fentanyl to kill him.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Like, it's
Yeah,
fucking crazy, man.
yeah. I wonder if the war on drugs will ever end, dude.
It won't.
No.
With the way that it's going, it can't. Because then
Really?
they have to concede that they were wrong. You
Yeah.
know, that's one thing the government won't do is concede that they're wrong. And like right now, with all the cryptocurrency and shit, like a lot's gonna change in the next year because of that, because they're realizing we haven't been getting paid on this.
Yeah, they can't control
You
it.
know? I mean, there's a hearing next week on fucking, you know, with like all the Wall Street guys and shit like that. With the fucking, there's a congressional hearing on it. China just banned fucking cryptocurrency mining. South Korea is taxing cryptocurrency. Like, there's just all these countries starting to make all these laws.
Yeah, they're cracking down on
And
it.
yeah, but we're the only country who says we don't think it should be anonymous anymore. All the exchanges, we want to see your records.
Yeah.
You know, like when that's what it was started for.
Right.
Was so while I do see a big future in cryptocurrency, a lot's going to change on it in the next year or 2 years. Like it's going to be extremely regulated, way harder than it is now. Um, like in some countries, they literally have to leave the country to go make their trades. You know,
That's
like that's what they're
wild.
doing, like South Korea and shit, because they're taxing it so hard that it's not even worth it to fucking get in the game because they're fucking taking anything you'd make on it.
Yeah, I don't understand how that all
You
works.
know, and like literally the entire market, the entire crypto market fell 42% overnight.
Yeah, dude,
Fucking
people are losing their fucking shirts.
dude, I lost my ass in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
Like I finally had a nice little nest egg going. The
Yeah.
fucking I fucking barely paid rent today.
Oh, fucking what? Because of
Like,
Bitcoin.
well, because I can't pull it out. You
Oh,
know, like 2 weeks ago it was worth this. Now it's worth this.
yeah.
If I pull it out, like I'm done, man. Like, so I got to keep it in because it's gonna go back up.
Yeah, hopefully, dude.
It's just going to take time.
That's what I was scared that it was the government just trying to get more money off of people. Like
I
it
mean,
could
that's part of what it
be a
is. You know,
whole
that's
like the whole crypto thing could just be a scam to fucking
um, if in that respect, it would be people, not the governments. It would be people stealing from people.
yeah.
Because I actually got involved in a fucking crypto exit scam a couple years ago. I lost a couple $1,000.
Okay.
They marketed this IPO coin that they were going to come out with and blah, 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 get in early, pay less, blah, blah, blah. And then a week before they were supposed to launch it,
Yeah.
they wiped themselves from the internet.
Really? They just ghosted.
Yep. Yep. Made their couple $1,000,000 and fucking dipped.
Oh no shit, dude. That's
As,
fucked
mu-
up.
as mad as that, as
What?
mad at them as I was like, well, touche.
Yeah. That was a slick
You
move,
got
huh?
me.
Mm-hmm.
You got me.
That's fucking crazy.
And that's what people are worried about with like online marketplaces and shit like that, because when the marketplace is shut down or government shuts them down, all that Bitcoin, Monero, whatever crypto, and that wasn't in an escrow just goes straight to them. There's
Okay.
been 2 or 3 marketplaces that were up for a couple months. Got everyone trusting them, shut down and took it all.
Yeah.
Made $20 million. Like, then there's been a couple other marketplaces where the fucking governments have gone and tracked down the people running them in like the jungles of the Philippines and shit. They got like multiple houses and like Rolls Royces in the fucking jungles of Philippines and Thailand. Fucking like it's a really interesting time to be alive. That's for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's different. That's for sure, man.
Every day there's
Fucking
something different going on.
yeah, there is, dude. Last year was fucking gnarly.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? Like, I mean, that shit was like a movie.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, I mean,
And
it
looking
feels.
back on it, like, I mean, honestly, it wasn't a whole lot different for me.
Yeah,
Because while everyone was stuck in their houses, I was kind of homeless, living in a van,
yeah,
making runs for everybody that couldn't leave their house.
yeah,
So I mean, I was making money,
yeah,
but I'd be the only car out.
yeah, dude. I was
You
doing
know?
that too. I'm a window cleaner and I have a pressure washing and
And
window
I
cleaner.
was so scared. Like it got to the point to where finally I'd be driving from fucking like Aurora to fucking Centennial or Denver, 2, 3 times a night, 2, 3 times a day. And finally I was like, this is so fucking shady. I'm the only fucking car out here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It felt
there's
weird,
not
right?
even cops out. There's not even cops out here though.
I thought it was exciting, dude. I was
I
excited
mean, no,
about it.
I mean it was,
It was like something different.
but then it got to the point to where I was just like, I got no excuse. I got no reason. Like, especially because they issued something here in Denver that all the essential workers had notes or whatever to go to work with.
Okay.
You know, you get pulled over, you show the cops your little note or
Oh,
whatever, saying
really?
you're an essential worker. Without one of those notes, like, you know, like, but they also weren't arresting people.
Yeah, they probably
You
just
know,
didn't know what to
they were
do.
letting everyone out of jail.
Yeah.
I know a few people who got out who shouldn't have got out.
Really?
They were letting people out of like state prison and federal prison that were
Yeah, that's
trying
right. They were letting everyone out of jail. I forgot
that
about
were
that.
lobbying for early parole. They shouldn't have been out. Like
Right.
violent, dangerous people, they let out.
Yeah,
And half
that's
of these
fucking
guys
gnarly.
reoffended within months. You know, killed whoever they were after before, raped
Yeah.
whoever they were after before, because that's something they didn't take into consideration. Was you put people, you stick people at home. Now you're stuck at home with your abuser, and you can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't call anyone to come save you.
Yeah, it was gnarly,
Like,
dude.
they didn't think about that. You
Nope.
know, like you got kids, wives, this, that, and the other that's just getting more abused than ever because they got nowhere to escape to now.
Yeah.
Like they can't go to school. They can't go. You know, their husband's not going to work. You know, he's angry, stuck at home. You know,
Yeah, dude.
like
It's
there are a
fucking
lot
gnarly.
of negative effects on mental health and abuse in general. Like
Hell yeah, big time, dude.
from a larger standpoint.
People were fucking. I mean, people were scared of people. Like,
Yeah,
there's people that don't like masks. There's people that are fucking obsessed with the mask. It's crazy.
I've always worn bandanas, so I thought it was great that I could just wear my robbery mask all the time.
Yeah, yeah, it was interesting. But then it's like suffocated, like people with asthma and shit, man. They're walking around trying
Yeah,
to fucking huff. It's just not good for you. And whenever you don't hear the government talking about health at all. You know, it's not like
no,
Biden's
man,
coming out there and
they
saying,
don't
you
give
know,
a
take your
fuck, man.
zinc, take
Like,
your vitamin C. You know, maybe you should exercise some more. No, dude, they're just
well, and
saying,
what they were doing, and they were doing this in every country, is to jack up the numbers to make everyone more scared. It didn't matter what you died from.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, they
They
did
put your
that,
cause of
dude.
death as COVID, whether you died from something else or not.
Or not. Yeah, yeah, it was
Your cause of
crazy.
death was COVID, and that's how
Yeah,
those
dude.
numbers got so
Heart
high.
disease, heart disease went down. Fucking the
Everything went
regular
down,
flu went
COVID
down.
went
Everything
up.
went,
You
COVID
know,
went up. Yeah, it was the only thing that was
like,
killing people. And then they were
yeah,
incentivizing the fucking hospitals. You know, they were
yeah,
giving. They're like, oh, well, if you have to deal with COVID in your hospital, we'll give you $300,000 per person you got. So then they start fucking
yeah.
marking down COVID for everything, dude. It's such a scam.
Well,
It's
and
a
then
bunch of bullshit.
they gave everyone unemployment. Fucking people who never even worked got $10,000 back pay. Fucking
Yeah,
I myself who worked got zero back pay.
yeah.
Fucking,
Well,
you
did you
know,
get your
like
did you get your stimuluses?
I got my stimuluses, yeah,
Yeah,
and
we got ours. I bought a tractor.
and yeah, I invested it and fucking,
Now
I
you're
started
stressing about Bitcoin. Did you invest in
like
Bitcoin?
I bought a new computer. I invested in a bunch of shit.
Oh, there you go,
Uh,
dude.
but oh wow, holy shit. Yeah, come by. That person jacked me for money like a month ago, like one of my best friends. Like once every couple months, he'll fucking owe me some money and quit talking to me for like a month or two. He
Yeah.
just says I'm in your neighborhood right now. Um, which actually I was gonna say, can we do part two tomorrow?
Yeah, that's cool, dude. We can talk later.
All right. Because where we've been at, like at least a good hour or two, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been. What is it? It's already 2 o'clock.
This is what happens whenever I just did a straight free chat with the dude who runs the Nod Squad podcast, Brian.
Okay. I
Um,
haven't listened to that one yet. I
me
heard
and
you
him
talk.
started talking, and it went 6 hours.
Holy shit, dude.
So we had to turn it into two pretty long parts.
Okay.
Um, so then hit me up tomorrow anytime. Let me know, and we'll do part two.
All right, cool, brother.
All right, man. Well, it was great talking with you,
All right,
and
yeah,
to be
you too, dude.
continued.
Yeah, nice to meet you, bro.
All right, man.